Hello, I'm Nunchuck here, and today I'm going to be teaching about guide for weapon movement guide. So this is like a basic guide for different movements with different weapons, as well as the basic movement as well. So the basic movement that you should always be doing is to dodge. So you want to be in the running animation, hold right click, dodge again, hold right click, dodge again, hold right click, dodge again. So you want to copy my key inputs on my left side. You see I'm holding W. So you have to be in this sprinting animation, okay? So you always, if you press W normally, you're in the walking animation. Then this is the sprinting animation, okay? So you have to press shift in the sprint button, and you'll be in the sprinting animation. And then you want to hold right click. Don't charge all the way. Hold right click, and then dodge shift to cancel the the charging focus animation. So you want to keep repeating that, repeat it again, repeat it again, repeat it again. So what you can do after you've mastered pretty much have this down subconsciously is to add a crouch. So right click, shift, crouch. So that will conserve your stamina a bit. And also dodge some grapples if it comes to you. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic movement. You just hold W, be in the sprinting animation, press right click, dodge, right click, dodge, right click, dodge, hold right click, dodge, hold right click, dodge, hold right click, dodge. Okay, that's the basic movement. Okay, so that's just the basic movement. Basic is basic, it's super basic movement. The next thing that you want to learn is, let's say the enemies are chasing you, and you always find that the enemies are grappling you, and
Come and
ouch,
join the
I'm stunned.
bloodshed already!
Ouch, I'm stunned again. Ouch, I'm stunned again. That's very annoying. So, and I always see a lot of people like struggling to run away from people. So what you can do is, whenever, because you can only do this a limited amount of times, right? The charge focus. Once you run out of stamina, enemies can grapple you. So what you can do to conserve that stamina further is to jump left click as well. Dodge, dodge, jump left click. Dodge, dodge, jump left click. But that's like usually like the last resort, because jump left click slows you down a lot, but at least it stops you from getting stunned from grapples. Okay, so jump left click. It's just a simple tap, 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 jump. Don't do long jumps. Tap, jump, left click. Other weapons have a longer jump left click animation, like the Greatsword. So in a long open space area, you usually want to avoid open space areas if you're running away from people, because that's where you get grapple easiest. So you want to like always, whenever you're trying to run away from someone, you want to try and run towards buildings. So once you get behind a building, this is when you run. This is when you grapple. That's the best moment to grapple out when you're out of their vision. First, go behind a tree, grapple out. Yes, that's the best moment when you wanna grapple out usually. Okay. So I've covered the basic movements. The next part of this video is we'll discuss about the different movements with different weapons. So I will separate the video into different segments, so you can quickly browse through the video and jump to different weapon types, so you can quickly see how to do the movements. So there are several different weapons, all have different ways to move. Their left clicking, their right clicking, all has different stuff. So let's say for the dual halberds, for example, right? The same as dual blades. They're both the same, the way they move. It's pretty much just hold right click, shift, hold right click, shift, hold right click, shift, repeat that, and that's pretty much it. So you keep doing that. And then for katana or longsword, for example, a longsword. You want to hold, do the same, but it's a holding left click. So you want to hold left click, hold left click, hold left click. You can choose to release it because it actually has some distance. So yes, doing this might be faster, but it's bad. It's worse for chasing people. I mean, it's worse for running away, running long distances. So if you're running from someone, you wanna just not get grappled and stunned, not get grappled, mini stun every time. Already. You can always choose to run this way. So you wanna hold left click, slash it out. Hold left click, dodge, slash it out. So run, hold left click, slash, dodge. Run, hold left click, slash, dodge. So when you keep doing that. Whenever you're running with a longsword, because the left click has a much greater distance covered compared to the right click. But this one, yeah, just like that. For the left click, it pushes you forward a bit. Okay, next is let's see, spear. Spear is kinda okay, kinda slow honestly. Spear and stuff is both. I'm pretty sure it's both right click, yeah. Both is right click for movement. But the spear, you can jump left click as well to avoid getting grappled. So another way to run is to not just run towards buildings, is to run towards walls. But if you're in open space, it's harder to do, of course. But you can run towards walls and of course push yourself, skill rush. But the problem with walls, right? Sometimes while skill rushing, they can still grapple you, even if you do it fast, they can still grapple you sometimes because there is a small window of them to grapple you. And honestly, walls fuck me up a lot because sometimes you just don't get on it. Trees are the worst bit of my life. They keep pushing you off. Okay, so next is the staff. The staff is a bit better in movement compared to the spear because you can dodge, dodge, dodge. So it's right click, hold right click, dodge, hold right click, dodge, hold right click. If you run out of stamina, you have the second stage, and then left click. That's what everyone does to run with the staff. You dodge, right click, dodge, right click, dodge, right click, dodge. Then once you're out of stamina, second stage, left click. Then keep doing that to run and avoid getting grapple hit. Okay. Next is, I guess, Greatsword. And the difference between Greatsword and the Polesword. The Polesword has the movement for the further distance blue charging cancel on the left click. The Polesword is on the left click, the right click is less distance covered. The Greatsword is the right click. The right click covers more distance, but they both have the same typical movement for the. So this is a normal movement for both the weapons. It's the jump left click. So this will stop people from grappling you a lot. It's very useful, but the only downside of it is that it's kind of hard to maneuver with it because it travels a straightforward distance, but you're not able to turn left and right. So you wanna typically use this to just get to the closest building, get to the closest cover, right click a bit, and then grapple out. That's the typical way that I use. So hold right click for Greatsword, hold left click for Polesword. And the next one is, let's see, Nunchuck. Nunchuck is okay. It's an okay movement weapon. So it's the right click, of course. The left click is a bit shorter. So the right click is shift right click, shift right click, hold right click, shift, hold right click, shift. That's for the Nunchuck. And if you ever run out of stamina, you just release it, because this actually pushes you forward a lot, the right click. So hold right click, hold right click. Sometimes you can opt to actually click a different an extra left too. So if you ever see people that use Nunchuck, they always try to run this way. They hold right click, then tap 2 times. Hold right click, tap that again. Because both of the moves push you forward a bit. Hold right click, dodge. So as my key input, you can see how I do it. Hold right click, then tap again. Hold right click, tap again. But the most is of course just releasing ones, because this uses a lot of time, the second hit, but it still helps a lot sometimes. The left click just puts you in one spot, so it's not that great. And the last weapon, the Katana. Let's see. Katana. Okay. So the Katana, the movement for Katana is a right click. So you can use this to chase people. I mean, all of them are pretty much for chase. You can use them all for chasing people or running. So the Katana is the shift right click. Shift right click. Shift right click. Hold right click. Shift. So you wanna hold shift, by the way, I forgot to say. You wanna hold shift. So it goes back into the sprinting, because if you just tap, you end up just doing that, and that slows you down a lot. You wanna hold shift every time you right click, hold shift, right click, hold shift. I don't think you slash with the Katana. No, you don't slash, you just hold right click. And if anything happens, you jump left click if you are not stamina. Hold right click, shift, hold right click, shift, jump left click. Hold right click, shift. Katana and daggers are good. They are both good at skill rushing compared to other weapons. I guess Katana and daggers have the fastest skill rushes, the wall attacks. So you can use this Katana, Longsword, and Dagger. All three are very good at skill rushing. The last weapon is Dagger. So for the Dagger is a bit of a mixed weapon. So the Dagger has one of the best movements, I would say. You can pretty much run forever if you have the proper soul jades. Compared to all the other weapons, don't really have that. So the Dagger has, let's see, where is it? Dagger. So you want to take Nether Step and Dreadful Will. If you have these two soul jades, Dreadful Will and Nether Step, pretty much an possible, almost impossible person to kill. Unless they ulti you and then you just get, yeah, they ulti you and they can pretty much stop you, of course. But the Dagger is holding right click. So I'll show you without soldiers first. It's a right click and you let out the slash. Left click covers a shorter distance compared to right click. Do you want to slash out your, if you're using Dagger, you want to slash out the hit so that you can get the Dagger dodge. Because if you just do hold right click, it will just be a small, covers 0 distance kind of dodge. So you wanna right click, release it, shift, right click, hold shift, hold right click, hold shift, hold right click, shift, hold right click, shift. That's for the Dagger. Sometimes you wanna hold your right click a bit longer in situations because the enemy can grapple you, and when your stamina runs out, so you wanna hold right click. Don't hold it too long. If you hold it too long, that will happen. But sometimes it's good to just release it even when you're getting chased, because you want the enemy to not grapple you. So hold right click, shift, hold right click, shift. You wanna hold like till the last second so that you conserve your stamina further, so you can run for distances. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Dagger. Now if you have both of soldiers, the soldiers or Dagger is the best for running. So you want Dreadful Will and as well as Nether Step. So Nether Step reduces the cooldown, reduces the stamina, and your dashes can be more. And this adds a different animation for the dodge. So right click, shift, right click, left click. So if you keep doing that, within the rest that you pretty much have infinite stamina. You can just run forever. Nobody can chase you in this form unless they really go out of their way to ulti you and stop you in your tracks. But from my experience, it's very hard to chase this. It's very fast, and enemies just can't chase you because you have infinite stamina as well. Yep, so that's it for all the weapon movements. For all the weapons, yeah. Best way to run from people. In situations, not just for running, it's also for buying time, because sometimes you want to wait for your combo breakers to be off cooldown. So let's say you're using Akos, right?
This tiger will never be tamed.
You want to wait for your F1, your F to be off cooldown before you actually start fighting again, because if you have it off cooldown, that's 23 seconds and you have no way to combo breaker. So you will sometimes you just want to wait for that combo breaker.
Bomb's gonna help.
You want to wait before, because you don't want to get punished for going back in without your skill. So you can buy time using all these weapon movements so that they don't combo or punish you and start doing a crazy combo on you for no reason. So yeah, you can use it to buy time as well for your F skill. So yeah, that's it for weapon movement guide. Like and subscribe if you want more movement guides like this. And if there's any feedback on what you would like to see or any other kind of guides you want to see, just leave a comment below. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching all the way, and I hope you get better at the game.